I think we are all equally excited to see when and how the Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever the Switch successor will be called, will hit the market. First and foremost, we all hope for more power and better graphics. Today I would just want to assume that the Switch 2 will bring all of that and take a look at the games or sequels to games that I would eagerly like to see. So let's jump into the video, have fun, and welcome to the Switch Gems channel. Splinter Cell. Ever since I played the first Splinter Cell game on the Nintendo GameCube, I've been absolutely in love with this franchise and I'm always looking for good stealth games because unfortunately there hasn't been a new Splinter Cell game in 10 years. Again and again rumors came up that Ubisoft was working on a new installment, but so far it remained unfortunately only a groundless rumor. Splinter Cell was a successful break from the usual shooters. Tactical approach, more or less realistic behavior of the opponents, and above all many different ways that lead you to the goal. Even the first part of the series, which is over 20 years old, has aged relatively well and doesn't have a completely dumb AI. I would honestly be extremely happy to see a remake of the first part. How's that working out for you? Did you also enjoy Splinter Cell as much as I did, and would you be happy about a sequel? Pokémon Legends 2. In fact, Pokémon Legends was exactly the game that we as fans had wanted for a very long time. Accordingly, Legends enjoys great popularity despite its loosey graphics and technical difficulties. Personally, I also liked the concept and had fun with the game. At first I had high hopes that the Pokémon Company would carry over some of the great elements into the main games. With Scarlet and Violet, however, we were rather disappointed as far as that goes. I hope all the more that Legends will establish itself as a permanent series and that we can expect a second part on the successor of the Switch. For example, Pokémon Legends Kyurem would have a lot of potential in my opinion. What do you think? Haunted Chocolatier. Haunted Chocolatier is currently in development and is created by the same developer that was responsible for Stardew Valley. Concerned Apes is an absolutely creative one-man army and has definitely redefined the indie market with Stardew Valley. What we've been able to see of Haunted Chocolatier so far looks very promising and makes us want more. Unlike Stardew, we are not on a farm, but as the name suggests, help our new chocolate factory to succeed. We expand it, farm raw materials and other items in battle, get to know villages and everything else that a good simulation game should have nowadays, we can most likely expect. Since there's no release date yet, but I'm assuming the end of 2024, I'm hoping for a quick port to Nintendo's next console. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker 2. Another game that I've played up and down on my Nintendo GameCube was, or is, Wind Waker. Not only the unique cel-shaded graphics, but also the great story and the entertaining gameplay, which offers a mixture of action, puzzles and exploration, have made Wind Waker an absolute classic. Actually, I would have expected a successor to this gem already on the Wii U or on the Switch at the latest. After all, Wind Waker has already been around for over 20 years. Only an HD version of the game made it to the Wii U 10 years ago. Will we ever get Wind Waker 2? I'm keeping my fingers crossed for all of us. GTA 6. As mentioned at the beginning, we are all kind of hoping that the Switch 2 will make a decent leap in terms of performance and graphics, at least to PS4 level. That would help us in particular in that third-party developers would feel more comfortable porting current AAA titles to Nintendo's consoles again. If that should be the case, it would of course be incredibly awesome if Rockstar would present us with GTA 6. Basically, Rockstar doesn't seem to be averse. After all, we get both GTA Trilogy and a brand new remake of Red Dead Redemption on our Switch. Whether GTA 6 will actually end up on a Nintendo console is still totally up in the air though. Mario Kart 9. With Mario Kart 8 Deluxe being the Switch's most successful game, the release of a new Mario Kart should be out of the question. I could very well imagine that we are talking about a launch title with Mario Kart 9. It's pretty strange when you consider that the console's most successful game is actually only a port. So strictly speaking, Mario Kart 8 is already almost 10 years old. In my eyes, however, the Mario Kart formula is a formula that will always work as long as we get new tracks, new characters, and possibly a few new exciting modes. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing actually had some minor hype back in the 3DS days, but has reached its peak so far in 2020 on the Switch. Today, Animal Crossing New Horizons has ranked right behind Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as the second most successful Nintendo Switch game of all time. Of course, the timing was pretty good with regard to the pandemic, but I think a new part has the potential to be a complete success even without a pandemic. Of course, it will be exciting to see what the developers will focus on this time. I don't think we can expect the island setting again. I would definitely like to see a sequel, wouldn't you? Luigi's Mansion 4. And another classic born on the Nintendo GameCube. Mario's brother finally made it into the spotlight in 2001 with Luigi's Mansion. It actually took me a bit to warm up to the game back then, but I've since become a fan of the franchise. On the Switch we got the third part 4 years ago, while the second part is already 10 years old. In my eyes, a fourth part would make a pretty good launch title. Luigi would definitely deserve the stage. Super Mario 3D. If Luigi doesn't get a launch title slot, maybe his brother will. With Super Mario Bros. Wonder, we'll probably get the last big Mario hit on the Switch in October. I could well imagine Wonder deliberately coming out as a 2D title at the end of the Switch era to make enough room for the big Odyssey successor on the Switch too. Whether it will be Odyssey Part 2 or a completely new Mario title is still completely unclear. However, I think it's very likely that we can expect a new 3D Mario title either at release or relatively soon after the Switch 2's release. I'm definitely ready. I feel like I could go on like this forever. For example, I would also be happy about a new Smash Bros, but that's most likely not going to happen. Do you have any other wishes? Feel free to write them in the comments. If you liked my list, feel free to show me with a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for checking in and see you next time on Switch Gems.